This is day 45 of me spading every vehicle in Warthunder, and today I'm doing one vehicle from each country. For the first vehicle, I'm doing the US M36 GMC. This tank was very easy to get done since it has a great gun and is decently fast. Before we go any further in the video, I would really appreciate you liking the video and subscribing. Also, if this is your first video you see from me and would like to see more, I have made 44 episodes of this in shorts form. Back to the tank, the only bad thing I can really say about the tank is its reverse speed of 6 kilometers per hour. Overall, it's a great tank in my opinion. It's basically point and click at the BR, and the reverse speed is realistically not a problem.
Next, I did the MiG-15 BIS from the USSR. I really enjoyed playing this plane. It had great guns with good amount of ammo. It would be a great plane at its own BR of 8.3. However, while playing it, I got 2 games at its own BR and the rest were up tiers either to 9.0 or to 9.3. Sometimes the enemy just also got scared of me and flew to the ground. This didn't make the grind any easier. The only bad thing I can really say about it is the matchmaking. Otherwise, it's a great plane in my opinion. I had a great time while playing it.
Next up, I did the Israeli F-15 IRAM. This is one of my favorite top-tier planes in the game since I can just launch missiles, fly away with the speed of Mach 1.7 and get free kills. After that, I would do some cleanup work and we would win the game most of the times. It also gets a lot of countermeasures, so you don't have to worry about how much flares or chaff the missiles take to get rid of. I also got a wager at one point that I would do by-bombing bases. This was very easy to do with this plane since I could just fly to around 5-kilometer height, drop the glide bombs, and just wait for the kills to come in. Overall, not bad to get spaded. One of my favorite planes in the game. After that, I decided to do the German Tiger E. This tank was also very easy to get done with its good cannon and great armor. I could just angle myself and no one could pen me. The tank is also pretty fast for a heavy tank. You also can't really get killed by shooting at the cupola in this, unlike the Tiger H1. I don't really have anything bad to say about the tank. Overall, it's my favorite German tank I have spaded so far.
While editing these, I now realize that I did not put them in the video in the order I played them.
Next up, I did the Japanese Ki-27 Otsu. This plane is terrible. It gets 7.7mm guns at the BR of 2. I got the plane spaded in one game, and that game was a full up tier. The guns do absolutely no damage to planes, which led me to getting mostly assists. Overall, would not recommend this plane. The only good thing about it is that it turns well. I had to resort to killing ground targets for some extra RP. The only kill I got was a guy who I set on fire at his airfield that burned to death later.
Next, I did the Chinese LV-TA4 ZIS-2. This tank was pretty mid in my opinion. It gets a good gun, but the gun's turning is very limited. However, it does get a lot of pen. There is nothing in that BR range that I couldn't one-shot with a single hit. It also claims to have a top speed of 40 kilometers per hour, which I just simply do not believe. The fastest I got was barely 30 kilometers per hour. The armor of this is also not the best, but people tend to shoot the lower front plate a lot, and that usually only killed my transmission. Overall, I think it's pretty mid, even though I got some good games with it.
Next up, I did the Italian L3. This tank wasn't my favorite due to the fact that the ammo didn't do any damage even after penetrating the enemy. This led me to getting most of my RP from assists and caps. It has a decent mobility, plus I put some bushes on it so people couldn't see me that well because of the small size. I was also playing this tank at like 5 AM, so the queue times were terrible. Overall, I wouldn't play this tank more than I have to get it spaded. After that, I did the French Seafire. The plane turns very well. I like planes that turn very well. It also gets a 20mm gun. It also turns very well. Did I already mention that it turns very well? Anyways, I would win most of the dogfights I got into. I got a lot of down tiers while playing this plane. I honestly don't really know what to say about this plane anymore, so overall, very solid plane in my opinion.
The second last vehicle I did was the South African SAR Mark 6.
This tank was great in my opinion. It was fast, gets a good gun. You start with a solid shot but quickly get an APHE shell with a little less penetration, but I liked it better. You also start with smoke, which I thought was nice. I got a lot of good games with it. The only bad thing I can really say about the tank is that it is a wheeled vehicle, which made turning hard at times. Overall, very solid tank in my opinion. And for the last vehicle, I did the Swedish Sav M43. When I started playing this tank, I thought that it was going to be pain to get spaded when I saw the first round, but then I realized it quickly gets heat, which made it a lot better. I got some good games with it. It is mostly point and click at its BR. One bad thing I can say about the tank is its reload time. Otherwise, in my opinion, it was a decent tank.